Okay, so the screen is visible, right? Hello.
So it's visible.
Yeah, okay. So now we'll do some more problems. So now the system which I will give, and it is represented by the input and output signal. Okay. So just take x1 of n, okay, which is represented by like this. So which is 1, 2, and 3. So at 2 it is having the signal having the value 2. Okay, and similarly you will be having x2 of n, so which is having a signal which is the discrete impulse which is at -1, all others are 0. Okay, and here also all others are 0. So this is x2 of n. Okay, so and similarly the x3 of n is given, okay, which is at 1, there is an amplitude value of 1, and at 2 there is an amplitude value of 2. Okay, so this is your x3 of n. So now the system which is given here, okay, it is given already, the system is time invariant. In the problem itself, the system which is given it as the system is time invariant. Time invariant, that means if the input is shifted by a value of n naught, the output is also shifted. So now what your y of n is also given here. Okay, so y1 of n, which is given by, so it is the discrete time signal which is at 1 discrete impulse, and at, so which is at 2, and here it is 1 and here it is 3. At 2 it is the value 1 and at 3 it is the value 2. Okay, and the similar way y2 of n is also given. Okay, so y2 of n is at -1, the value is 2. Okay, so this is your y2 of n. Okay, so in the similar way y3 of n is also given. Y3 of n is also given, so that is at 1, at the index 1 it is a value having amplitude 2, and also at 2 it is having amplitude 3. Okay, and also at 3 it is having amplitude, that is 1. This is 1, 2 and 3, so all others are 0. Okay, so this is your y3 of n. So now this is the problem which is given. So the system h which is already given by uh, h which is a time invariant. Okay, so now the corresponding outputs for the corresponding input x1 of n, x2 of n and x3 of n, which is shown here, y1 of n, y2 of n, y3 of n. So now the problem which we need to find it out whether the system h is linear or not. So now we need to find whether this system is linear or not. Okay, so this is a question. So now how, what is the actual linear property says that it should possess, the system should possess additive property as well as
And
homogeneity.
homogeneous.
Okay,
Homogeneous.
so both you need to check, or else if you find it any one of the property, if it is satisfies you can find other property, or directly you can find it out the superposition property. So now just one by one we will check, so then we'll decide whether the system is linear or not. So now just if you see, so you know already, so the signal, so if it is additive, so what you will get, y3 of n equal to y1 of n plus y2 of n. If the output produces like this for the input, that is x3 of n, which is equal to x1 of n plus x2 of n. So if the system is additive, so the corresponding output should be also additive. Now just find out whether this possess or not. So whether system is possess this property or not. So now what we can write x3 of n in terms of x1 of n and x2 of n. So now what is x1 of n? So you can see here at the index 2, the x1 of n is also 2 and x3 of n is also 2. So that means we can write it as, so that is x1 of n as it is plus, so what is x2 of n? So now at index 1 it is having the value amplitude 1. So here also it is having amplitude value 1. So now see the x2 of n, if it is shifted version, then you will get the signal. How much it is shifted? It is shifted by right side 2 units. This is minus 1, 0 and 1. So if you shift the
You
x2
can
of
make it
n,
reflected also, right?
yes, you can make reflect also, that is x2 of minus n also you can do. Okay, that is also possible. So you can do that also. Okay, so for this you can take that also or this also, both you can verify. Okay, so now I'll take x2 of n minus 2. Okay, so now we are expressed the x3 of n in terms of x1 of n and x2 of n. So now see whether the corresponding outputs, whatever y1 of n and y2 of n, whether it will give the same y3 of n. So that is, so you can see, so here y1 of n is at 2 it is having the amplitude value 1, at 3 it is having the amplitude value 2. See whether we can express this in terms of y1 of n and y2 of n. So is it possible? So it is 2 is there here. Okay, so if you, even if you shift the signal at a particular value, that is y2 of, if you take at exactly at one value, that is the index value 1, so what will happen? So you can shift this to, so at this position, so if you take that y2 of n minus 2, so that shifted version it will give this signal. So now whether this we can express in terms of addition of these two, we can see, is it possible? So actually it is not possible. So that's why, so y3 of n, y3 of n is not equal to y1 of n plus y2 of n. So you can see here, is it possible? So it is not possible, because at 3, so you will be having the amplitude value 1. So here the amplitude value 1 it is there, but if you shift the signal this one, the both will get shifted. So that you cannot express this one in terms of the shifted version. So that's why, so your y3 of n is not equal to y1 of n plus y2 of n. So what we can decide, the system is not linear. Okay, so now you can express this in terms of x2 of minus n also. Okay, so as one of you said, so you can express minus x2 of minus n also. Now whether you can see whether the corresponding output we can express in terms of the reflected signal like that, or you can the addition of both y1 of n and y2 of n. If it is possess that property, then we can say that system as linear. Otherwise we can say that the system is not linear. So now we cannot express this y1 of n and y2 of n in terms of y3 of n, that is addition of these two. So then the y3 of n, the output, so we can say this system uh, which is not linear. Even you can see here it is shifted, but the x2 is shifted by n minus 2, the corresponding y2 is shifted by, so if you shift by n minus 2, so it will give the signal, but it will not be addition of y1 of n plus y2 of n. So is it clear? So that's why the system H is not linear. Is it clear? Any doubt in this? So anybody is having any doubt? Hello? You need to say whether yes or no, whether it is understood or not. Okay.
No doubt, sir. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. Okay. So now we'll go to the another problem. So you can take the same similar problem and try to do it. So I'll give just x3, x1 and x2. Okay. x1 of n, so which is given by, here it is 1 and here it is 2. So the corresponding output which is produced at the output, which is y1 of n, y1 of n, which is equal to 1 at discrete time. So this you can take 2 and this is 3 and here it is the amplitude value 2. Okay, so here it is 1. Okay, so this is the index 2. So this is x1 of n and this is y1 of n. In the similar way, you can take x2 of n, which is at -1 and -2. So this is amplitude value 2 and this is amplitude value 1. So this is your x2 of n. Now h is given by, if you pass this x2 of n to the system, it will give y2 of n. So the y2 of n is given by, so here it is -2 and at -3 you will be having the amplitude value 1 and 2. So now the corresponding x3 of n, which is given here, which is -2, which is 2 and here it is 1 and at 1 it is having value 1 and at 2 it is having value. So now the corresponding output which is produced here, which will give y3 of n, y3 of n, now which is giving at 1 it is having value 1 and at 2 it is having value 2, at 3 it is having value, the amplitude value 3. Okay, and 4 it is having the amplitude value 4. Now see whether this system is linear or not. Find out whether the system is linear or not. Find out. This is the index 4. Is this the system linear?
No, sir.
So why it is not linear?
Y3 is not equal to y1 plus y2. Y1 of n and y1 of 2.
Yeah, so you can express the x1 and x2 in terms of x3.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
But not y3.
Yeah, but your output y1 and y2 you cannot express it the addition of, that is y1 plus y2, so which will not give the result signal y3. So that's why it is, the system is not linear. So is it understood? Okay. So anybody is having any doubt? Did you get it, this one? Hello? So anybody is having any doubt? Gagana? Hello? Kusuma?
Doubt, sir.
Okay.
Doubt, sir.
Okay. Mrutyunjay Kumar, are you doing the problem?
No doubt, sir.
Okay. So now we'll do another problem. So okay, so take this problem, express or sketch these signals. So when it is comes to ramp, you need to be a bit careful. So sketch the following signals. Okay. So now the first one, you take y of t, which is equal to r of t plus 1 minus r of t plus r of t minus 2. Okay, so sketch this signal, and also one more can take y of t, which is equal to r of t plus 2 minus r of t minus 1 plus r of t minus 2 minus r of t minus 1. Okay, so you can take this as t plus 1 because the same signal it is repeated here. Okay, so now while if you take the ramp, so you need to be bit careful. So you need to specifically see what are all the amplitudes at a specific instant of time. Okay, first we'll do this one. Okay, so first I will take these two signals and represent it as v1 of t. Okay, so then the resultant signal I add it to r of t minus 2. So first one you take the r of t plus 1. So generally what is a ramp signal? So the ramp signal is represented by this one, which is given by t. Okay, so now r of t plus 1 means, so it is shifted by 1 unit in the negative side. So what you will get? So you will get like this, r of, this is your r of t plus 1. Okay, so in the similar way you write down in the downside what is minus r of t. So generally this is r of t, so if you reflect it you will get this one as minus r of t. Okay, so this is plus r of t and you will get the reflected version minus r of t. So now this is your minus r of t. Okay, so now if you add these two signal you will get the resultant signal. So now you need to see whether the amplitude levels and each and every point, this is at minus 1 and 0, it will be having the value of amplitude 1, and at 1 it is having the amplitude value of 2, and at 2 it is amplitude value 3. Similarly it will go. Okay, so now here also you can see at 0 it will be the value 0, and 1 it will be having minus 1, and at 2 it will be having minus 2. So like this, at 3 it will be having minus 3, like. So now you add both these and you will get the v1 of t. Okay, so what is your v1 of t? Now see, at minus 1 it will be having 0, and at 0 it is having a value plus 1. Plus 1 and it will be having 0. 1 plus 0 it will be 1. So the signal will go like this itself. So from minus 1 to 0. So now at 1 you see the value of the amplitude, it is minus 1, and here it is plus 2. So plus 2 minus 1 it will give plus 1. So that means it will be having remain constant value at 1. So this is the amplitude value 1. So now at 3, so at index 2 the amplitude value is 3, and at index 2 the amplitude value is minus 2. So 3 minus 2 again it will give 1. So and it will go on till the end. So since both are going to till the infinite value of t, so the signal it will be given like this. Now at 2 and at 3 it will be having the amplitude values like this. So now we get the intermediate signal addition of these two signals. Now we need to add r of t minus 2 also. So now what is r of t minus 2? R of t minus 2 it will give from 2 it will going to start. Okay, the same r of t which is shifted by the 2 units, is it not? So the signal which will grow like this at 2. Okay, so now if you add these v1 of t and r of t minus 2, then you will get the resultant signal y of t. So now you write the resultant signal y of t, how it will be. So write the resultant signal. What is y of t? So now at minus 1 it will be having the ramp signal till plus 1, minus 1 to 0, and at 1 it is the having value 1. Okay, the similar way here it is 0 and minus 1 is also 0. The signal will from minus 1 to 1 it will be having the same signal of v1. Now at 2 you see it 2 it is having the value 0 and here it is having the value 1. So at 2 also it will be having the value 1. Now at this is plus 1 and this is at 2. So now from 2 to 3 you see, so it is having a amplitude at 3, you can see the amplitude value is 1. At 3 the amplitude value is 1 and at 3 here this is also 1. Okay, so your signal if you add this one, so it will become 2. So now at 3 it should be the amplitude value 2, that is 3. So 1 plus 1 the amplitude value should be 2. So in the similar way if you go on putting the values, so the signal, the ramp signal will go on increasing its in amplitude. So this is your y of t. So till the value of t, the infinite value, so this signal it is adding 1 1 to this and this ramp will grow from the index 2 to infinity. So this is the your output signal y of t. So is it clear? Any doubt?
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, I am not getting that adding procedure, sir.
Okay, so you just see the amplitudes at each and every index. Okay, say for example if you take the first two signals which I shown here, so at minus 1 what is the value? The value of r of t, that is minus r of t, it is 0. Okay, so here it is also 0, so that's why at minus 1 it is 0 only. Now between minus 1 to 0 the ramp is going and at 0 it is the value of amplitude which is 1. So now at 0 what is the amplitude value of this signal? It is 0. So 1 plus 0, or here it is minus but we already reflected that signal. So just go on adding this amplitude values to this. So this is 1 plus 0. How much? It will give 1. Okay, is it okay? So 1. So now at index 1 you take the value of the amplitude of this signal. What is the value? Which is 2, is it not? So now here 2, plus of minus 1 what will happen? It will become
3.
2 minus 1, that is, see, 2, that is plus, I need to add because already I have reflected this signal. Okay, it is already minus r of t. This signal it is already minus r of t. That means if I add this signal to the r of t plus 1, then you will get the v1 of 1, that is v1 of t. So here, so we are adding this value and this value, it is already reflected here. If you don't reflect this one, it will become like this. This is r of t. Okay, then you, if you take this signal and directly add this one, means you need to take negative of these values. Is it understood? Is it understood?
Yes, sir.
So if you directly add the r of t, you have to take negative of that values. Or if you take
Yes, sir.
directly the negated already negated values, just add these negated values to the corresponding signal. So now you
Yes,
got
sir.
it. Okay.
Yes, sir. I got.
Okay. So now you add these two signals, 2 and here it is minus 1. 2 minus 1 is, that is plus 1. So that is what we are written here, that is plus 1. Okay, at index value 1. And similarly at index value 2, so the signal amplitude here it is 3. Okay, and here it is minus 2. So 3 minus 2, it is again it will give 1. And similarly it will go on till the value of the t value wherever it takes. So now it is in the infinite value, so it will go to till infinite. So now this is the resultant signal V1 of t. Okay. So now we need to add, so this resultant signal to R of t minus 2. So we know already the R of t, which is ramp signal, and if you shifted by 2 units it will give this signal as R of t minus 2. Now the similar procedure you do it. So go on adding these two signals because it is V1 of t plus R of t minus 2. So now till this value, the value of 2, it is 0. So that's why the same signal it will repeat. So till this, the value of 2. Now at the value of index value of 3, what is the amplitude? It is 1. And here it is 1. So 1 plus 1, it will give the value amplitude 2. And the similar way it is go on increasing. So till the value of the t value, which is infinite. So this is your y of t. Is it clear? So is it clear? Any doubt?
Sir, I got.
Okay. So now this is a procedure you need to be bit careful. So you need to take amplitude values at particular index value. Then you try to plot the signal. Now try to plot the second one. Try to plot the second one. You split the signal like V1 of t and V2 of t. It will be very easy. Then you can combine V1 and V2. Okay, split the signals whatever you give the signal, so many addition of the signals it will give. So just split the signal, intermediate signal, by addition or subtraction of two signals, then you will get, so the intermediate signal, then if you add those you will get very easily the output signal. Otherwise if it is, it will, you may face some difficulty. Okay, so do this signal, this operation, and try to uh, get it. Have you done? So what is the next signal, which is so have you done? Anybody got the answer? So now what is the second one which is given? That is y of t, which is equal to r of t plus 2 minus r of t plus 1 plus r of t minus 2 minus r of t minus 1. Okay, so this is the signal which is given. Okay, so now you write what is r of t plus 2. What is r of t plus 2? Which is the signal which is shifted by 2 units, that is minus 2 minus 1. This is your r of t plus 2. Okay, in the similar way you write it as the r of t plus 1, that is this is at plus 1, sorry, this is minus 1, so it will be r of t plus 1. So now you need to uh, subtract this one, or you can reflect this signal and you can add it. Okay, so if you reflect this one, that is minus, that is uh, uh, it will become negative values. Okay, so you can, or else you can directly take the amplitude values and subtract it. Okay, so this is the t. So now at particular value of the index value, just try to do what is the amplitude value. So this is at amplitude value 1 and this is amplitude value 2. At plus 1 it will be amplitude value 3 and plus 2 amplitude value 4. Okay, so here, so at 2 it is 0 and minus 1 it is 0, and at 0 it will be plus 1, and at 1 it will be having the amplitude value 2, and at 2 it is amplitude value 3. Okay, so now intermediate signal you write it by v1 of t, v1 of t. Okay, so now subtract this r of t plus 1 from r of t plus 2, that is at 2 again it will be having 0 and here also it is 0. So at 2, that is minus 2, it will be having 0. Now at minus 1, what is the value? Here it is 0 and here it is 1. So from 2 to minus 1 it will be having the amplitude value 1. Okay, so now at 0 you see, so it will be, the amplitude value will be 2 and it will be, here it is 1. So 2 minus 1, because it is minus, 2 minus 1 it is having the value 1 again. So this is having the, at 0 it will be having the value 1. So now at plus 1 it will be having 3 and it will be having 2. So 3 minus 2 it will give 1. So and it will go on till the value t ends. Okay, so this is your v1 of t, and the similar way you try to do v2 of t. Okay, so now I'll write has anybody got this result, v1 of t?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now similarly v2 of t you do. So this is, you can consider your v2 of t. Okay, so r of, that is, this is r of t minus 2, I'll take it as, that is at the index value 2 it will going to, so the ramp signal will going to be there, and at t minus 1, and at t minus 1, that is here. So this is 1 and this is 2, and the signal will go from 1. Okay, so this is from 2 and this is from 1. So now r of from this signal you need to subtract this r of t minus 1. Okay, so now how you will do? So similarly you take index values and try to subtract it. So now this
It's
will,
minus r of t minus 1, right?
so minus r of,
T minus 1. Yeah, it has to be inverted.
yeah, that you can take the negative of this value or you can invert and add it. Both it is possible. So this you can invert it and you can add, so that it will become directly the negative values, right? Or you can directly subtract this one, this signal. Okay, so directly you can take the values. So at 1 what is the value? At 1 it will be, both will be 0, so it will be having 0. And at 2 it will be having the amplitude 1 and it is having 0. Okay, so now 0, here it is 1, so but we need to subtract here. So is it not, we need to subtract here. So 0 minus 1 it will become minus, what is the value? Minus 1, is it not? So at the value index, at index 2 it will become minus 1, so that it should be ramp signal. Okay, so that means from, that is minus 1 to sorry, plus 1 to plus 2. So you need to take the value, the negative ramp, like this. Okay, or you can, as one of you said, you can invert it and you can add it. That is also possible, the same result it will give. Okay, so this is the amplitude value minus 1. And the similar way at 3 what will happen? At 3 what will happen? This will be the amplitude value 1. Okay, and at 3 this will be the amplitude value which is 2. So now 1, we need to subtract this one. 1 minus 2, what it will give? It will give, so what it will give? So 1 minus 2, it will give minus 1, is it not?
So it
So
will be a straight slope.
yeah, it will give a straight slope in the negative region, right?
Yes, sir.
Is it not? So in the, whatever the value you take, 3, 4, because both the ramps will grow, is it not? Only the difference is in the amplitude is only 1, so that's why it is growing in the negative side, which is having value 1. Okay, so till the infinite value it is 1. So now we need to add these two signal, that you will get the resultant signal y of t, is it not? So now you will write y of t here. Now add these two signal. So at minus 2 it will be having 0, so the same signal will be there from minus 2 to minus 1. Okay, so now at 1 what is the value? It is 0, and also at 0 it will be having this value 0 and it will be having 1. So till 0 it will be 1. Now what is the value at 1 and 2? Now just see, at 1 again it will be having 1 and it is 0. So at 1 also it will be having the value 1. Okay, so now at 2 what will happen? 2 it is minus 1 and here it is plus 1, and it will give 0. And the ramp signal, which is, since it is a ramp signal, so if you add both, so it will be a decaying ramp, that is from the value which is 1 to 2. Okay, so you can see here, here it is the plus 1 value and here it is minus 1 value. At 2 it will be 0, but if you take from minus 1 to, that is index 1 to 2, the ramp is decaying, so that's why from 1 to 2 the same ramp will be decayed. At you can see, you can take the value at 1, the value of amplitude will be exactly 1, but from 1 to 2 the ramp will be decaying. And at 2, so it will be same amplitude, it is plus 1 and minus 1, it will get cancel each other and it will give the value at 2, it will be 0. And similarly, and in the further values, so it will be plus 1 and minus 1, if you add it will become 0, and that is next values it will go on giving the 0. So this is your y of t signal. Is it understood? Any doubt? Hello?
No,
Is it?
sir, it's understood.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, understood.
Okay. So this is what you need to be bit careful when the ramp is given. Take the each and every value, index value, the amplitude value, and correspondingly you need to whether add or subtract. We need to do it. Is it fine? Okay. Is it understood? So we'll go to the next problem. Okay. So now, so take this signal, which is x of t, which is given like this. At -5, -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it is 5. So now from -4, 5 to -4 it will be ramp signal, and -4 to +4 it will be constant value, which is 1, and 4 to 5 it will be again ramp signal. Okay, the amplitude value here it is 1. So now this is your x of t which is given. So now the problem is x of t energy signal, energy or power signal? Okay, now if it is energy or power signal, find the corresponding value, that is find corresponding energy or power, energy or power. Okay, so now this is the actual the problem. So x of t is given by this signal, and you need to find whether this is an energy signal or a power signal. If it is energy signal, you have to find the corresponding energy, or if it is a power signal, you need to find the corresponding power. Okay, so this is the actual signal. So now whether it is energy signal or power signal, can anybody say? So is it a finite signal or infinite signal? The signal which is having values, is it finite or it is?
Finite, sir.
So if it is finite, what is the signal? It is energy signal, right? Is it not?
Yes, sir.
If it is possess the finite energy or finite the signal values, it will be having the so finite energies. That's why we'll call it as this as a energy signal. If it is a power, it will be spread over infinitely, and if it is periodic, then we can call it as that power signal. Is it not? Okay. So now this is the energy signal. So now the energy is bounded between 0 to infinity. Now we need to find the corresponding energy of this signal. So for that, first we need to find what is x of t in terms of the between the discrete values, that is the instant values, time instant values. So first we need to find out what is x of t in terms of the time instant values. Now what this ramp is representing, it is a growing ramp, is it not? Now corresponding the signal we need to write, so which will be like, so since it is a growing signal, it is having a plus t, but so we need to put, in order to satisfy this index, we need to put the what is the value which satisfy this ramp signal. Now see, for example, if I take at index value -4, what is the amplitude value? It is +1. So now in order to give plus t, so what is your the value here? It will be a +5. So now you can see the index value, if you substitute, that is t at t equal to -4. So if you substitute the value of t at -4, so 5 minus 4, the value will become amplitude +1. So this is from 5 to, that is -5 to -4, the signal which will be represented like this. Okay, so that is -5 to the t less than -4. Okay, so now this is the signal which will be represented. In the similar way, it is the decaying ramp. We can write it as 5 minus t from what value to what value, which is between, that is 4 to 5. Okay, which is between 4 to 5, and from again 4 to 4 less than or equal to t less than or equal to plus 4, the value which will be equal to 1. So now you can see here equal already, which we have written here, which we can write it as less than, t in between only 4 to 5. Here also t in between minus 5 to minus 4. So here equal, it will be having the value 1 and 0 otherwise. Now this is a function which we can represent in terms of the variable t. So now if you find out t, then we can write the expression for energy signal. What is the expression for energy signal? Which is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity x of t magnitude whole square into t. Is this correct? So the energy one, okay, did you get it? How this signal is written? And so now you need to find out what is the energy. So split the signal between the index values and find out the what is the energy of the signal. Okay. So now find out the energy. How you will find? So energy will be equal to minus infinity to plus infinity x of t square into dt. So now you split the signal. What is the value in between minus 5 to minus 4? It is 5 plus t, that is whole square into dt, is it not? And similarly from minus 4 to plus 4, the value which is 1, that is 1 square into dt, plus again 4 to 5, it is 5 minus t whole square into dt. So now find out this energy, total energy value, integrate it and do it. Do it. What is the value? I'll give 2 minutes time. Try to do it. And I will stop here. So we'll do the simulation. Is it any extra class can you able to give for simulation? Because in the regular class still if you want to do more problems, it will take time. So if you give any extra class, so I will discuss. So whenever you are free, you can give. Okay. So try to do this, and you will get the result, which is for this problem the answer is 26 by around 26 by 3 it will come. Okay, so the energy, so answer you will get 26 by 3. Try to solve this one and get the answer. Okay, I'll stop here. So is it understood? Any doubt? Anybody is having any doubt?